Welcome back, everybody, to the Morning Update Show. I'm your co-host, Trey Holiday, and joining me now is Cortez Charles. He's going to be telling us all about Turkey Bowl week. What's up, Cortez?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm well. Great to have you with us today.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful studio.
Oh, thank you, man. A lot of folks put in a lot of hard work, so we appreciate that. You appreciate it.
For sure. For sure.
Well, you have it all over your sweatshirt there. Amazing blue. Turkey Bowl week. Tell us about it.
So the 7th annual Turkey Bowl week is it's an event that we do for the young people, and the objective is to teach them what it looks like to serve somebody other than themselves. Youth and adults can learn from this process, and it started back with my uncles. They did it back in the day, back in '59 in Louisiana, and they moved it to Seattle in '77, and it kind of died out in '99. And it consists of playing flag football, donating canned goods and non-perishables. And when it died out, I decided to bring it back, got the blessing from my family, and we did it in a different way. We made sure we incorporated youth. We expanded it from 1 day to 5 days, and it consists of days of service, youth flag football game, community dinner, and adult flag football game on Thanksgiving morning.
Well, you know what? This is really inspiring, Cortez. And, as you talk about this kind of family legacy with it, what had you go, you know what? I need to bring this back. This is something our community still needs. What had you really feeling like it had to be on you to make sure that you push this effort forward?
Absolutely. So, every year Thanksgiving morning come up, that was what we were used to doing. And as I got into community work 9 years ago, I just took that and ran with it. I seen the need for tradition to be birthed in community, specifically in South Seattle, in the Rainier Beach area. There was nothing happening consistently like that I was taking part in. So we did it. We had young people that are engaged in it, and it's really last year really let me know what we were doing. It was extremely impactful because we're in the midst of a pandemic, and there is no flag football going on at that time. But to still get the young people to say, what's up with Turkey Bowl? How are we doing it? They still came out, they served. And this year we're going to serve a record of 3,000 turkey sandwich lunches, 2,000 homeless and hygiene kits. And it's going to be dope. And we're bringing the flag football game back this year. So it's going to be dope.
Wow. I mean, this is really amazing. And I really appreciate what you said about tradition being birthed in community, because when we look at some of the best parts of our history, particularly in Black communities, I always love to make it very clear because that's what I know best, right? But really that we have so many things that have kind of been washed away as our communities have kind of been decimated. And so having staples like something like a Turkey Bowl where people are looking forward to that is a beautiful way to really solidify tradition and community. You were talking about kind of the experience of the young people coming back. Over these 7 years, how have you really seen community take to this effort that you've been bringing with Turkey Bowl?
Our community definitely takes to it, especially in the Rainier Beach area. It's dope to see, and starting in 2015, that the young folks that played in 2015 are now like young adults, and they're still back, and they're volunteering, and they're trying to find resources to make this thing bigger. We would love for community to gravitate to it even more so they can be in multiple communities. It's not just about South Seattle, it's about Seattle, and then expanding even beyond. But we got to take care of home. So I would love to see it in multiple communities out here so that everybody can get the opportunity to serve. It's something about experiencing feeding somebody that's hungry, giving somebody something warm that's cold, that will change your life. I was one of those people, and so I understand exactly where it is, and always talk to the teams before they serve and ask and make sure I double down and let them know what kind of heart we have to serve with. And if you don't serve with the right heart, you ain't no point in being out here. So we're definitely making sure they get these life lessons.
Well, you know what? This is a really special way to do it in a special time. I know, as you know, a lot of people, they're like, well, I don't necessarily celebrate Thanksgiving, right? But I celebrate getting together with family. And it's become such a holiday full of love where, in my family, we would do a thing where everybody go around and say what they're thankful for. And I think a lot of families end up doing that because you want to hear where people are in your own family. But being able to experience that at a a community level is very important, because a lot of times you're really working alongside people that you're going to get to know them more as you keep on coming year over year. Have you been seeing those kind of relationships form, just like you were talking about these young folks now becoming adults, them having that camaraderie and connectivity to each other because they've been participating in Turkey Bowl? So the connections that are being made, how have you experienced that?
Oh man, one connection I can speak to, brother Leonard Hicks. He played in the first Turkey Bowl. He brought his family team out there, and literally Leonard Hicks has been he's been my right hand man ever since. He's helped support it. He's helped plan it. He's at every meeting, and that's the type of connections that we are having. And it's something. It's an energy. I was in the dollar store making some purchases to get some hats, gloves, and socks, and a lady just overheard me explaining what the Turkey Bowl was, and she just asked, could she purchase a box? And that's the energy that comes off, and I'm sure that she's going to be looking up and reading up on what the Turkey Bowl has to offer.
That was going to be my next thing, because this takes a huge amount of effort, and you're talking about record numbers. I mean, 3,000 sandwiches, 2,000 kits. I mean, that really takes a lot of planning. How is it for you when you're going through some things like this? Really take almost a whole year to really plan. When you're talking about donations, how do you do it on the logistics side?
Logistically, we're reaching out. We're looking for support from different community partners. My wife, my queen, she's definitely committed to this process. So we know, like, at the end of the day, this is what we want to do. This is the vision that God has for us, to be in the community. So if we can't make it happen with community partners, we're going to be breaking bread out of our own household. But the community is showing up. We've put the word out, and folks are calling in to support. And so we're just chipping away at it. We got a bunch of sponsors this year that's going to be helping provide food. That's going to be helping provide sandwiches. They're going to be volunteering, putting together the kits. So every year we continue to get better. Every year we continue to prepare even more. So I'm already in 2022 mode as in this moment right now.
And that's what it takes. I think having the forward vision oftentimes is what allows for you to have consistency. Sometimes things come up and, community gets used to something, then they're gone. And so the idea is that you were like, nah, I need to do this and I need to bring it back, and then find a way to keep it consistent. Kudos to you and your team, your wife. I absolutely. I love how you too, talk about your queen. I think it's really important for community to be able to see strong Black families too at the helm of a lot of these opportunities for community and these initiatives, because they're really coming from a sense of love. How has your family kind of embraced you taking this on, and this next generation, this next leg? When you talk about your uncles doing this, how are they now responding to the effort that you're bringing to the Turkey Bowl?
Oh man, the family know they got to show up. But most importantly, my oldest son, Cortez Jr., I keep him in the loop with everything. He's with me when I'm doing the shopping. He's with me when we're doing the serving. Everybody is connected in my family to this cause, because it's got to live. It's got to live on for generations to come. Every city and every state deserves to have a Turkey Bowl week to go ahead and light the flame on what the year should look like that following year. It's all about seeing what we can do and teaching young people how to serve, and teaching adults how to serve somebody other than themselves.
This is one of those things that I think everybody really, you're right, it needs to spread. I'm thinking about the fact that so many of our families have, moved to South Key County, and how beautiful this effort would be in Kent, Renton, Federal Way, Auburn. Like, this is an amazing effort. And, if any of you guys out there are looking to support this effort, how do they get in contact with the Turkey Bowl? How do they get in contact with you, your team, so that maybe they want to volunteer, maybe they want to learn more, or start something up in their city?
Yeah, you can reach out to us at trusttheprocess.org, and you can also reach out ccharles83@outlook.com. And if you wanted to support, donate in any way, we are on Cash App at $FAM0508.
Wow. I mean, amazing effort, Cortez. Again, kudos to you for having the vision and having the inspiration from your family legacy to continue in some phenomenal work. That's definitely necessary in community. And congratulations on the record numbers that you guys are going to be experiencing in 2021. I can only imagine that 2022, as you're sitting here now thinking about 2022, that it's going to be even more, sandwiches, even more kits that you guys will be putting out there to community. Kudos to you. And thank you so much for coming on today to tell our audience all about this amazing effort.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, this is just one of those shows where I'm just warm all the way on the inside. I love how Cortez just said that, feeding something warm to somebody who's out there that's cold. If you guys are looking to connect with us, he gave you the website, he gave you his email, he gave you the Cash App. If you have to rewind it a little bit to get it, please make sure you guys get the information. And ultimately, as always, you guys be inspired. It only takes an effort of a few people to kind of get together to do something for their community. If you understand how your community is suffering in any way and that you have the opportunity, the resources, the foresight, the insight, the inspiration, or the drive and energy to make something happen, I encourage you to do so, because all of us are better off when we're all giving to amazing causes like this. So please, you guys, at the end of this break coming up, I get to bring my guy, Big O.